Sleeping is a deeply intimate part of our daily lives. About a third of our existence is spent in this vulnerable state where our bodies regenerate and our minds process the experiences of the day. While most people focus on mattress quality or room temperature, Edgar Cayce's readings draw attention to a subtle yet powerful factor often overlooked: the direction in which we sleep. According to Cayce, the orientation of our body during sleep is not merely a physical choice, but a spiritual and energetic decision that impacts our overall health and well-being in profound ways. This idea challenges conventional notions of rest and wellness, introducing an almost mystical dimension to the practice of sleep. Cayce, often called the sleeping prophet because of his trance-induced psychic readings, unearthed knowledge that goes beyond standard medical or psychological advice. His revelations suggest that the Earth's magnetic fields and energetic currents interact uniquely with the human body, especially during the unconscious state of sleep. When a person sleeps facing certain directions, these energies either harmonize with or disrupt the body's natural flow. This interference can manifest physically as discomfort, fatigue, or chronic ailments, emotionally as restlessness or anxiety, and spiritually as a blockage in one's karmic progression or aura health. Have you ever woken up feeling drained or uneasy despite getting a full night's sleep? Many attribute such experiences to stress or poor sleep habits, but Cayce's readings propose a hidden cause that lies in the spatial arrangement of one's sleeping position. He warned that sleeping facing a specific direction could invite negative energetic influences or create imbalance in vital forces. Conversely, aligning sleep with more favorable directions can promote healing, emotional balance, and spiritual clarity. This profound connection between sleep direction and well-being urges us to reconsider how we approach rest, not merely as a time of inactivity, but as a vital ritual deeply connected to the unseen energies around us. By exploring Cayce's insights, you may uncover a simple yet transformative practice that can enhance your vitality and spiritual growth. Edgar Cayce was an extraordinary figure whose life bridged the gap between the mystical and the practical in remarkable ways. Born in 1877 in Kentucky, he lived a relatively ordinary early life, working as a photographer and later a healer. However, what set him apart was his unique ability to enter a trance-like state at will, during which he could access vast realms of spiritual and metaphysical knowledge. This ability transformed him into what many now call sleeping prophet. Unlike typical psychics who rely on fleeting intuition or guesses, Cayce's readings emerged from a deeply disciplined mental and spiritual process that allowed him to tap into what he described as the Akashic Records, a sort of universal library, containing the entire history and essence of every soul and event. Throughout a career spanning over 4 decades, Cayce gave thousands of readings, many of which focused on physical health, diagnosing illnesses and recommending cures that often baffled doctors of his time. Yet his expertise went far beyond medicine. He provided insights into reincarnation, dreams, spiritual development, and karmic patterns, revealing connections between the physical and the spiritual that were revolutionary. His readings were not casual or haphazard, but followed a methodical pattern where he first entered a trance, then answered questions posed by clients, often with astonishing detail and accuracy. One of the reasons Cayce's teachings have endured is the consistent validation from those who sought his guidance. Many who followed his advice experienced tangible improvements in health or understanding of life's deeper mysteries. This empirical evidence, combined with Cayce's sincere humility and dedication to service, gives his warnings and recommendations a credibility that surpasses mere speculation or superstition. His guidance on sleep direction, therefore, is not just an arbitrary piece of advice, but part of a larger, coherent system of spiritual and energetic law that he uncovered through disciplined trance work. Understanding Cayce's background and the rigorous nature of his psychic method helps you appreciate why his caution about how we orient ourselves during sleep demands attention. This is not simply about comfort or habit. It's about aligning with fundamental energetic forces that influence our body, mind, and spirit in ways modern science is only beginning to explore. With this foundation in mind, we can delve deeper into the specific warning Cayce issued about a certain sleep direction that could carry hidden dangers. Sleep is far more than a passive state of rest. It is a dynamic process during which the body and mind engage with the surrounding environment on multiple levels, including subtle energetic exchanges. Central to understanding why sleep direction matters is the recognition that our planet emits a vast, invisible magnetic field that envelops all life on Earth. This geomagnetic field has long been known to influence biological processes. Birds navigate migration routes by sensing these fields, and human circadian rhythms can be subtly affected by electromagnetic activity. However, the interaction between these planetary energies and the human energy system becomes particularly significant during sleep, when the conscious mind retreats and the body's energy pathways, such as chakras and meridians, become more receptive. Chakras, originating from ancient Indian spiritual traditions, are spinning centers of energy aligned along the spine, each corresponding to specific physical, emotional, and spiritual functions. Meridians, a concept from traditional Chinese medicine, are channels through which life energy, or qi, flows throughout the body. Both systems describe a complex web of energy currents that maintain balance and health. When awake, these energy flows are supported by conscious activity and external stimuli, but during sleep, the body relies heavily on its energetic alignment, with the Earth's magnetic field to replenish and harmonize. This is where traditional practices, like Vastu Shastra in India and Feng Shui in China, intersect with Cayce's insights. These ancient arts emphasize the importance of spatial orientation and environmental harmony to foster health and prosperity. For centuries, they have guided the placement of buildings, rooms, and furniture based on cardinal directions to optimize the flow of positive energy. Cayce's warnings about sleep direction echo these traditions but come from a unique psychic source, grounding the spiritual principles in his trance readings about human energetic health. When a person sleeps facing a certain direction, this alignment or misalignment with the Earth's magnetic currents can either support or disrupt the body's energy flow. If the energy flows harmonize, the body enters a state of deep rest and rejuvenation. If they clash, it creates an energetic friction that can manifest as restlessness, physical pain, or emotional imbalance. This subtle but persistent interference may accumulate over time, leading to chronic health issues or spiritual stagnation. Cayce emphasized that such disruptions aren't random. They are tied to the orientation of the sleeper relative to the Earth's magnetic poles. This understanding transforms the seemingly mundane habit of sleep orientation into a significant factor in holistic wellness. It challenges us to rethink sleep not just as a biological necessity, but as an energetic practice, where the direction you face can either harmonize or disrupt the vital currents within and around you. With this framework, we can begin to appreciate why Cayce singled out one particular direction as detrimental, offering us a practical way to align ourselves with the Earth's subtle energies and enhance our well-being. Edgar Cayce's readings offer a very clear and specific warning regarding the direction one should avoid when sleeping: the north. According to his extensive trance sessions, sleeping with the head pointing toward the north magnetic pole creates a misalignment between the body's natural magnetic field and that of the Earth, leading to a range of physical and spiritual problems. This admonition is not arbitrary. It arises from detailed observations made during his readings, where clients frequently reported symptoms that correlated with their sleep orientation, particularly when facing north. Cayce explained that the human body itself generates a weak magnetic field, mostly influenced by the iron content in the blood and the nervous system's electrical activity. When the head is aligned to the north during sleep, this internal magnetic field clashes with the Earth's own magnetic currents, creating a kind of energetic friction. The body, especially the brain and heart, tries to maintain homeostasis, but this opposing magnetic interaction taxes the system. Over time, this leads to physical disturbances such as increased heart rate irregularities, headaches, and disrupted blood circulation. These symptoms were consistently noted in multiple readings, where individuals who habitually slept with their heads to the north often faced chronic fatigue, poor health, or difficulty in spiritual progress. One particular case involved a client suffering from severe insomnia and anxiety. Cayce's reading revealed that the client's sleep orientation was a significant factor. By advising the client to change the sleep direction away from north, the client experienced a notable improvement in sleep quality and emotional stability. Another reading detailed a person with unexplained digestive issues and persistent malaise. Upon investigation, Cayce identified that sleeping with the head facing north was contributing to an energetic blockage that affected the digestive system. When the client realigned their sleeping position, physical symptoms gradually subsided and spiritual energy flow improved, facilitating healing on multiple levels. This warning about the north aligns with the broader spiritual rationale that the head, considered the seat of consciousness and spiritual awareness, must harmonize with the Earth's magnetic field during the vulnerable state of sleep. When misaligned, the subtle energies that support mental clarity, emotional balance, and spiritual growth are impeded. The north-facing position symbolically and energetically represents a form of resistance or blockage to these flows. Cases. Trance readings often connected this disruption with karmic stagnation, suggesting that sleeping facing north could hinder one's soul progress by preventing the clearing of energetic debts and lessons during rest. From a scientific perspective, modern research on geomagnetic influences supports some aspects of Cayce's warning. Studies have shown that exposure to geomagnetic disturbances can affect cardiovascular function and nervous system regulation. Although mainstream science does not yet fully endorse sleep orientation, one particular case involved a client suffering from severe insomnia and anxiety. Cayce's reading revealed that the client's sleep orientation was a significant factor. By advising the client to change the sleep direction away from north, the client experienced a notable improvement in sleep quality and emotional stability. Another reading detailed a person with unexplained digestive issues and persistent malaise. Upon investigation, Cayce identified that sleeping with the head facing north was contributing to an energetic blockage that affected the digestive system. When the client realigned their sleeping position, physical symptoms gradually subsided and spiritual energy flow improved, facilitating healing on multiple levels. This warning about the north aligns with the broader spiritual rationale that the head, considered the seat of consciousness and spiritual awareness, must harmonize with the Earth's magnetic field during the vulnerable state of sleep. When misaligned, the subtle energies that support mental clarity, emotional balance, and spiritual growth are impeded. The north-facing position symbolically and energetically represents a form of resistance or blockage to these flows. Cases. Trance readings often connected this disruption with karmic stagnation, suggesting that sleeping facing north could hinder one's soul progress by preventing the clearing of energetic debts and lessons during rest. From a scientific perspective, modern research on geomagnetic influences supports some aspects of Cayce's warning. Studies have shown that exposure to geomagnetic disturbances can affect cardiovascular function and nervous system regulation. Although mainstream science does not yet fully endorse sleep orientation as a health factor, the correlation between magnetic fields and biological rhythms is increasingly recognized. Cayce's insights, therefore, straddle both esoteric spiritual knowledge and emerging scientific understanding, providing a compelling case for why sleeping with the head to the north should be avoided. This nuanced perspective encourages us to view sleep not simply as a passive state, but as an active interaction with the Earth's energy field. Cayce's specific advice offers a practical, easily implemented adjustment that can prevent physical ailments and spiritual blocks. By reorienting our sleep away from the north, we align more closely with the natural magnetic currents that support health and vitality, allowing the body and spirit to rejuvenate fully during rest. This knowledge, though rooted in the early 20th century, remains profoundly relevant today, urging a reconsideration of a seemingly mundane habit with far-reaching implications. Ignoring Edgar Cayce's warning about sleeping with the head facing north can lead to a cascade of detrimental effects that span the physical, emotional, and spiritual realms. These consequences may begin subtly, but often intensify over time, highlighting why this guidance should not be dismissed as mere superstition. The disturbances caused by this misalignment affect not only how well one sleeps, but also ripple into broader aspects of health and spiritual evolution, emphasizing the holistic nature of Cayce's teachings. In the short term, one of the most common symptoms reported in Cayce's readings and by his clients is insomnia or disturbed sleep patterns. When the body's magnetic alignment is off, it struggles to enter the deep restorative phases of sleep, leaving individuals restless or waking frequently throughout the night. This lack of quality sleep directly contributes to increased anxiety, irritability, and difficulty concentrating during the day. A reading described a woman plagued by chronic fatigue and panic attacks, with the root cause traced back to her north-facing sleep habit. Upon changing her sleep orientation, she experienced notable improvements in both physical and mental well-being, reinforcing the link between sleep direction and emotional health. Physical ailments also emerge as a significant consequence of this misalignment. Cayce documented cases where individuals developed cardiovascular problems, including irregular heartbeats and hypertension, conditions linked to magnetic disturbances affecting the heart's energy field. Others suffered from digestive problems or chronic pain that conventional medicine struggled to explain. These physical symptoms often have an energetic basis, where the disrupted magnetic flow creates blockages in meridians or chakras related to specific organs. Over time, such blockages can worsen, evolving into chronic conditions that resist treatment unless the underlying energetic imbalance sleep direction is addressed. Beyond the physical and emotional, Cayce emphasized spiritual consequences as equally significant. He viewed sleep as a vital opportunity for the soul to connect with higher consciousness, process karmic lessons, and rejuvenate its energy body. When the sleep direction opposes the Earth's natural magnetic flow, this spiritual work is impeded, resulting in what Cayce termed karmic stagnation. Individuals may find themselves stuck in repetitive life patterns or unable to progress on their spiritual path. Several readings describe clients experiencing a sense of spiritual disconnection or feeling blocked energetically, which improved only after correcting their sleep orientation. This stagnation can delay soul progress, meaning the lessons and growth the soul needs to evolve remain unresolved or take longer to manifest. The compounding nature of these effects cannot be overstated. Chronic poor sleep leads to weakened immunity, emotional instability, and increased vulnerability to stress, while spiritual stagnation can foster feelings of emptiness or lack of purpose. Together, these issues create a feedback loop that deepens imbalance in the individual's life. Yet, this critical aspect of well-being remains overlooked in most modern health and wellness practices. Cayce's readings highlight the importance of addressing such fundamental yet hidden factors, urging a comprehensive view that integrates physical health with energetic and spiritual harmony. Anecdotal evidence outside of Cayce's work also supports these conclusions. Many practitioners of Vastu and Feng Shui report that changing sleep orientation can lead to improved health, better emotional states, and enhanced spiritual experiences. These traditional systems align with Cayce's insight, reinforcing the idea that sleep direction is an essential piece of holistic wellness, often ignored in contemporary approaches. By understanding and respecting this guidance, individuals can avoid the insidious buildup of negative effects and foster a more balanced, healthy, and spiritually vibrant life. Edgar Cayce didn't just warn against sleeping facing north. He also provided clear guidance on the directions that promote optimal rest, healing, and spiritual alignment. Among the most favorable directions he recommended were east and south, each carrying distinct energetic qualities that harmonize with the Earth's magnetic field and support the body's natural rhythms. Choosing these orientations during sleep isn't merely about avoiding harm. It's an active step toward enhancing health, clarity, and spiritual growth. Sleeping with the head toward the east, Cayce indicated, aligns the individual with the rising sun and the fresh influx of life-giving energy each morning. East has long been symbolically associated with new beginnings, illumination, and awakening. This orientation encourages a renewal process during sleep, where the body and mind prepare to absorb vitality and insight. Physically, clients who adopted east-facing sleep reported improvements in respiratory health, digestion, and a greater sense of vitality upon waking. Spiritually, this direction seemed to open pathways for clearer dreams and intuitive insights, fostering a deeper connection to higher consciousness and one's inner guidance. The south direction also held significant importance in Cayce's advice. Sleeping with the head pointed south harmonizes with the Earth's magnetic lines in a way that by adopting Cayce's recommended sleep directions, individuals can unlock a range of benefits that go beyond physical health. The act of aligning with east or south is a simple yet profound practice that supports holistic well-being, improving sleep quality, reducing physical ailments, enhancing emotional balance, and opening pathways to spiritual insight. It exemplifies how even small shifts in daily habits can yield transformative results, illustrating Cayce's broader message that health and spirituality are deeply interconnected and influenced by the energies we align ourselves with. Determining your optimal sleep direction is a personal and practical process that involves both external tools and inner awareness. Edgar Cayce's guidance, while clear about avoiding north and favoring east or south, also acknowledged that individual variations in energy, health, and karmic influences might affect the best orientation for each person. Therefore, finding the most harmonious sleep direction involves a combination of precise measurement, personal sensitivity, and a willingness to experiment and observe. The first step in identifying your ideal sleep direction is to use a reliable compass. This simple tool allows you to pinpoint the cardinal directions in your bedroom accurately. Modern smartphone apps also provide compass functions, making it easier than ever to find true north, east, south, and west. Once you know the directions, try positioning your bed or sleeping area with the head aligned toward east or south, as recommended by Cayce. Pay attention not only to these broad directions, but also to slight variations, as a few degrees can sometimes make a difference in how the energy feels. Beyond the physical alignment, tuning into your own energetic sensitivity is crucial. Many people have an intuitive sense of what feels comfortable or disruptive. Before fully committing to a new sleep direction, spend a few nights experimenting with different orientations and observe how you feel upon waking. Are you more rested, less anxious, or more energetic? Do you notice changes in your dreams or emotional balance? Keeping a sleep journal to track these experiences can be invaluable in identifying patterns. This subjective feedback aligns with Cayce's broader approach, which often combined objective guidance with personal experience. Cayce's other readings also offer clues related to individual health conditions and karmic patterns that might influence sleep direction choices. For example, certain ailments or energetic blockages could require more specific orientations to facilitate healing. Consulting with practitioners familiar with Cayce's work or energy healing can provide personalized insights that complement general recommendations. In some cases, the optimal direction may be slightly adjusted to accommodate these unique factors, underscoring the importance of an individualized approach. For those living in fixed or challenging environments where rearranging furniture is difficult, there are creative adaptations that can help align with Cayce's principles. Using bed canopies, shields, or even specific placement of crystals and plants can modify the energetic flow around the sleeping area. Incorporating elements from feng shui or vastu, such as mirrors or room dividers, can also subtly shift the energy dynamics without major renovations. The goal is to create a sleep environment that supports harmonious energy flow, even if physical orientation cannot be perfectly adjusted. Ultimately, determining your optimal sleep direction is a dynamic process of awareness and adjustment. It invites you to become an active participant in your own health and spiritual well-being, blending practical tools with deeper intuitive understanding. By honoring both the external magnetic forces and your internal energetic cues, you can unlock the profound benefits that Edgar Cayce emphasized: better sleep, improved health, and greater spiritual clarity. The teachings of Edgar Cayce about sleep direction, while deeply spiritual, intriguingly resonate with many findings in modern science and ancient wisdom traditions. Though Cayce approached sleep orientation from a metaphysical perspective, contemporary research on circadian rhythms reveals how external environmental factors subtly influence our biological clocks, potentially validating aspects of his insights. Circadian rhythms govern our sleep-wake cycles, metabolism, and hormone production, synchronizing them with the natural light-dark cycles of the Earth. Disruptions to this rhythm are known to affect mental health, cognitive function, and overall well-being. Modern science has increasingly explored how geomagnetic fields, naturally occurring magnetic forces generated by the Earth, can impact human physiology. Some emerging studies suggest that these geomagnetic influences might affect sleep quality, mood regulation, and even neurological health. For instance, variations in the Earth's magnetic field correlate with shifts in sleep patterns and incidences of depression in certain populations. While the exact mechanisms remain under study, such findings align remarkably well with Cayce's emphasis on sleep direction, implying that positioning oneself relative to the Earth's magnetic field might subtly influence health. Traditional systems such as Ayurveda, Vastu Shastra, and Feng Shui have long acknowledged the significance of sleep orientation for physical and spiritual harmony. Ayurveda, for example, advises sleeping with the head facing east or south to balance doshas and promote restful sleep. Vastu Shastra, the ancient Indian science of architecture, recommends specific directions for sleeping and positioning furniture to harmonize energy flow, emphasizing the detrimental effects of sleeping with the head to the north. Similarly, Feng Shui practices advocate aligning one's bed with favorable directions to enhance vitality and protect against negative energy. These diverse traditions, though culturally distinct, converge on the idea that our orientation during sleep is far from arbitrary. It is a key factor in aligning ourselves with cosmic and terrestrial energies. Cayce's spiritual warnings about sleep direction gain new depth when viewed through this dual lens of scientific inquiry and time-honored wisdom. Both highlight the subtle interplay between human beings and the environment, whether magnetic fields, energetic flows, or the natural rhythms of the earth that can influence our health and well-being. This convergence invites a holistic understanding that integrates the metaphysical, scientific, and traditional perspectives into a cohesive framework regarding sleep orientation. According to Edgar Cayce's teachings, sleep direction carries profound significance beyond mere physical health. It plays a crucial role in the soul's spiritual evolution and karmic journey. He suggested that the way we orient our bodies during rest impacts the subtle energy flows that connect us to higher realms and influence the clarity of our spiritual perceptions. This idea positions sleep as not only a time for physical restoration, but also as a vital moment for soul work and karmic realignment. Cayce emphasized that improper sleep orientation can create energetic blockages that impede the soul's progress by disrupting the natural flow of life lessons and spiritual growth. These blockages, often described as karmic obstacles, may manifest as recurring emotional struggles or unconscious patterns that hinder personal transformation. Sleep, in this framework, becomes a time when the soul is meant to absorb lessons and clear negative imprints accumulated in past incarnations or current life circumstances. When the body lies in an unfavorable direction, the subtle energies governing these processes become imbalanced, thus restricting the ability to process and resolve karmic debts. This obstruction can dull dream states, which Cayce viewed as a vital channel for spiritual messages, healing, and guidance. Dreams, as per Cayce, serve as a bridge between the conscious mind and the spiritual self, allowing insight into karmic lessons, future potentials, and communication with spiritual guides. When sleep direction disrupts the soul's energetic harmony, this connection weakens, making it difficult for individuals to access intuition or receive clear spiritual impressions. Conversely, aligning sleep direction with one's spiritual needs opens a pathway for more vivid, meaningful dreams and enhances intuitive clarity. This alignment acts as a form of spiritual tuning, enabling the sleeper to connect more deeply with their inner guidance and the wisdom of spiritual helpers who assist in their soul's unfolding. Moreover, Cayce proposed that sleep orientation influences the subtle energy centers or chakras, which are vital to spiritual health. An optimal sleep direction fosters energetic balance in these centers, thereby supporting emotional healing and spiritual awakening. When the chakras remain clear and energized through proper sleep alignment, the individual experiences heightened spiritual sensitivity, a stronger sense of purpose, and accelerated karmic evolution. This means that choosing the right sleep direction is not merely about physical comfort, but is a deliberate practice of nurturing the soul's journey and advancing on the path of enlightenment. Taking Edgar Cayce's teachings on sleep direction into practical application begins with a mindful examination of your current sleeping environment and its orientation. The first essential step is to accurately measure the directions in your bedroom using a reliable compass or a smartphone app with a compass feature. This allows you to determine the precise positioning of your bed relative to the cardinal points: north, south, east, and west, which is fundamental to aligning with Cayce's advice. Once you identify your current orientation, you can then begin to explore the necessary adjustments to optimize your sleep direction for both physical and spiritual benefits. Repositioning the bed is often the most straightforward way to implement this change. According to Cayce, avoiding sleeping with your head pointing north is critical, as this can lead to physical and energetic disturbances. Ideally, positioning your bed so that your head faces south or east can help harmonize your energy with the Earth's natural magnetic fields, encouraging restful sleep and spiritual attunement. If physically moving the bed is challenging due to room layout or furniture constraints, consider smaller adjustments such as rotating the mattress or changing your sleeping posture to better align with these directions. In addition to adjusting the bed's orientation, managing potential obstacles around the sleep area is vital. Clutter, electronic devices, and mirrors can disrupt energy flow and interfere with the creation of a restful, healing environment. Clearing the space of unnecessary items, shielding electronics, or turning off devices well before bedtime can significantly improve the overall energy of the room. Thoughtful placement of natural elements like plants or crystals, which many spiritual traditions associate with purification and balance, may further enhance the sanctuary you create for sleep. Beyond physical changes, incorporating supportive rituals or meditations can deepen the effect of realigning your sleep direction. Simple practices such as setting an intention before sleep, focusing on breathing exercises, or listening to calming sounds can prepare your mind and spirit for restorative rest. Visualization techniques that imagine aligning your body with Earth's energies or connecting with spiritual guides can enhance your intuitive sensitivity and promote a sense of peace and protection as you drift into sleep. Consistency is key. Making these adjustments part of a nightly routine cultivates an environment where healing and spiritual connection naturally unfold over time. Through intentional effort and mindfulness, you transform your sleep space into a sanctuary one that supports not only physical restoration, but also the soul's growth. In harmony with Edgar Cayce's timeless teachings, across Edgar Cayce's vast records and those who have embraced his sleep direction advice today, numerous accounts illustrate the profound transformations possible simply by realigning one's sleeping position. One particularly compelling story comes from Cayce's own case files, where a patient suffering from chronic insomnia and anxiety experienced remarkable relief after adjusting his sleep direction away from north. Within weeks, the patient reported deeper, uninterrupted sleep, along with a noticeable reduction in anxious thoughts and an uplift in mood. This early case exemplifies how subtle environmental changes can trigger substantial physical and emotional shifts. Modern-day followers of Cayce's teachings have shared similarly encouraging experiences. For instance, a woman struggling with persistent fatigue and mental fog realized that her bed faced north, a direction Cayce warned against. After repositioning her bed to face south, she noticed a steady improvement in her energy levels and cognitive clarity over several months. Beyond physical benefits, she also described a newfound emotional stability, where old feelings of restlessness and irritability gradually softened, allowing her to embrace a calmer mindset. This testimonial highlights the often overlooked link between sleep orientation and mental-emotional balance. Others have reported spiritual awakenings tied to this simple shift. A man deeply engaged in meditation and spiritual practice found that after realigning his sleep direction, his dream life transformed. Previously vague and fleeting dreams became vivid and meaningful, providing guidance and insights that enhanced his spiritual path. He described an increased sense of connection with spiritual guides and a clearer intuition, reinforcing Cayce's assertion that proper sleep orientation supports the soul's growth and spiritual clarity. These diverse experiences underscore the universal relevance of Cayce's sleep direction principle across different lifestyles, health conditions, and spiritual inclinations. Whether addressing physical ailments, mental wellness, or spiritual development, the core teaching resonates widely, suggesting that our relationship with the Earth's energies during sleep profoundly impacts multiple dimensions of our being. From the historical case studies documented in Cayce's readings to contemporary stories shared by individuals seeking holistic well-being, the evidence points to a transformative potential accessible through conscious alignment with natural Laws. Edgar Cayce's warning about the forbidden sleep direction is far more than an old superstition. It is a profound insight into how subtle energies shape our physical health, spiritual growth, and karmic evolution. Throughout this exploration, it has become clear that sleeping with the head facing north, as Cayce cautioned, can disturb the natural magnetic and energetic harmony of the body, leading to physical discomfort, disrupted sleep, and deeper karmic blockages. This orientation isn't simply a matter of comfort or preference. It carries real consequences that ripple through the body, mind, and soul. The energetic dimension of sleep direction reveals how we are interconnected with the Earth's magnetic field, influencing our vital energy flows in subtle bodies. When this alignment is off, the flow of life energy can stagnate, causing not only physical symptoms, but also hindering the soul's ability to clear karmic debts and advance on its spiritual path. Cayce's teachings illuminate sleep as an active, spiritual process, a sacred time when the soul undergoes healing, receives guidance through dreams, and integrates lessons necessary for evolution. This perspective invites us to see sleep as far more than rest. It is a nightly opportunity for transformation and renewal. Aligning one's sleep direction with Cayce's advice opens the door to profound healing, mental clarity, emotional balance, and heightened spiritual awareness. It offers a practical yet powerful way to harmonize with natural laws that govern health and soul growth. In a world often disconnected from nature's rhythms, this ancient wisdom reminds us to return to fundamental principles that nurture holistic well-being. As you reflect on these insights, consider examining your own sleep habits and environment. Small changes in orientation could unlock significant benefits in your life, from improved rest to deeper spiritual connection. Sharing your experiences with others can also amplify this knowledge and support collective growth. Embracing Cayce's sleep direction guidance is an invitation to align more deeply with both the earth and your inner self, transforming not only how you sleep, but how you live.